Hello, welcome to Wandering Heart Knits. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Wandering Heart Knits. This is my little corner of the internet where I share all about my knitting journey, the projects I'm working on, the yarn I'm using, general knitting, fun stuff. I'm coming to you from beautiful Vancouver Island on the west coast of Canada in a little town kind of sandwiched between the ocean and the mountains. It's very beautiful here. It is Sunday, March 7th, 2021, and it has been 3 weeks since I last shared a video, and that's because I have been working monogamously on one project with a little bit of something else, but mostly every bit of knitting I have done has been on one project, and so I didn't think it made a lot of sense to come on every week and share that progress because, it was just the same project. So I figured I would wait until I was mostly done and then come on and share. And now I have this much left to do. And yeah, I thought I would share it with you now. It has been very West Coast spring-like here. Every day, we get all the weather in one day except snow. We do not get a lot of snow here. And that's just fine by me. We get a lot of rain. But yeah, most mornings we wake up and it's a bit frosty. Then by lunchtime it's sunny, and then it rains, and then it's sunny, and then it rains. And that is what it's doing right now. You can see there's a lot of sunshine coming in the front window. I've been trying to record this for probably 40 minutes, and my dogs were crazy. My kid was crazy. So yeah, it's just been, I was talking about the weather. I don't know how I got to my dogs. Anyways, it's been one of those days. The sun is trying to shine right now. There's still lots of clouds in the sky, so we will see what the weather ends up being like today. Not a lot has happened in 3 weeks. I feel really busy, but it's like Groundhog Day. Everything is the same. I do the same things pretty much every day, but it feels busy. With the exception of this last week, because it was both of our daughters' birthdays. So Maddie turned 14 on Tuesday, and Emma turned 16 yesterday. And yesterday she went and wrote her test for her learner's permit, so she is now legally able to drive. And we went driving yesterday, and she's doing okay. It's a hard thing to learn, so she's doing fine. I'm not gonna drink coffee before we go driving because I don't need my heart racing any more than it was. I don't really drink a lot of caffeinated coffee anyways. My coffee, we use a Keurig and we use reusable pods, like washable ones. And I put, 80% decaf, 20% caffeinated. But even that might have been too much for yesterday for driving, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not wearing any knitwear today. They are in the wash. The things that I've been wearing, I wear my two favorites, my Felix cardigan and my Fantasyland sweater in the blue, heathered blue color. I've been wearing them every week for the last 3 weeks, so they're in the wash, and I'm really happy because in my front loading or top loading washing machine, I have a hand wash setting, so it like zhuzhes them a little and then stops for 2 minutes and then zhuzhes a little and stops, and the rinse is really gentle, so I've never had an issue. And then I have these drying rack thingies that are mesh, and there's 3 tiers, and they hang on your shower rod. I got them from Amazon. They're perfect. You shape your item onto it. Now you can't pin it. Well, actually, you probably could if you really wanted. You could pin, maybe using like those safety pin markers or something. If you wanted, you could pin it right to the mesh. I don't do that. I just shape it and then I hang them up to dry. And I have 2 of them so I can dry 6 things at once. It's really handy. Anyway, so I'm not wearing any knitwear today because they are being washed. Today I have no finished objects. I have 2 whips that I'll show you. I have 2 other ones, but I haven't touched them in 3 weeks, so there's no sense in showing them to you. And then I have a very large amount of stash acquisition. And I'll explain why when I get closer to that part of the episode. So I'm gonna just dive right in. In my last episode, I showed you that I had started my Pink Fizz sweater by Andrea Mowry. Oh, I'm very tangled. With my Unico yarns from Denmark, from Bornholm. I've been working on that like a mad woman. So when I showed it to you last, I had only been working on it for like 3 days or maybe 4 days. And I had gotten, you know, a little bit of it done. I had gotten from the bottom hem to my little rainbow. Well, since then, I have completed the body. Ooh. It's hard to show you so close, and it looks much more gray than it really is. Let's see if I can get up close and see if you can see. It's much more purple, a muted purple, but more purple. So in 2 weeks, I had finished the entire body. This was so addictive for me. The lace was, I've never done a lace pattern before, and I wouldn't say it was easy, but it wasn't hard. Andrea Mowry wrote the pattern so well. I love that on the chart, the legend is right beside the chart, where I've done other patterns where the legend is on a different page and it can get more complicated, but she put her legend right there. It's super easy. And the stitches, once I knew them, once I remembered like what the symbol meant, I didn't have to look at the legend to see what it was I needed to do. So that was really great. The lace is just stunning and I love it. So I made some errors. I don't know that I could even find them right now. And I tried to fix them as I was going. And then there was a couple that I just knew I couldn't fix all the way. So I did my very best and I moved on, because it was one of those things that I thought if I rip back, there's so many yarn overs and decreases, and you're like passing slip stitches over. Like there's so many things that you're doing in this lace that I knew if I ripped it back, I would be really confused and I would end up having to restart the whole thing. So it was just go with it. No one's gonna notice. No one is gonna look that closely. And I actually think that all the mistakes I made are on the back, so I won't even see them. The only thing I've done differently on the body is the neckline. The pattern calls for, I think it's 6 or 9 rows of ribbing, and I didn't like the way that looked at all. I don't know, I'm not sure if I picked up too many stitches or not enough, but my ribbing kept flopping forward. So I pulled it out and I just did more stockinette. I picked up those stitches, did 4 or 5 rows of stockinette, and then it's got this little rolled edge. And I like it much better. It's much more comfortable. I think I'm not exactly even. I think I have 1 extra stitch on this side than on this side. But again, who's counting? Not me anymore, because I'm done that part. I picked up for my sleeve. I do not like this sleeve construction. I don't think I will do another bottom up sweater like this with drop sleeves. It's not my favorite. I had to start and undo my sleeve a lot of times. The first time I had too few stitches. The next time I had too many. I just couldn't get the number of stitches exactly right, and I'm still not exactly right with the pattern, but it looks okay. And it does look like it balloons out a little bit here, because it does. I think I should have maybe added 2 or 3 less stitches, but I'm not fixing it. When you put it on, you can't tell. It fits, it looks really nice, so I'm leaving it. That's the only thing about this sweater that I've not enjoyed, is the sleeve construction. Also, I'm stuck on Sleeve Island. I have never had that problem before, and I think it's because I don't like drop sleeves. So anyways, my plan is to have this done this week. I'm super proud of this sweater. It feels really nice. It's so soft, and it's the most complicated thing I've ever knit. I loved the detail on the top seam where you join them and you have the exposed seam. Like, I really love the split hem. There's so many details, not to mention the absolutely stunning lace. I love it. I just want it to be done. So my plan is to finish this week, to have it done by the end, like by Saturday of next week. We start spring break next week. We have 2 glorious weeks off. So I have 1 more week of work and then I'll be off, and we're planning to go do some day trips to the west coast of the island, and it's chillier there. So my plan is to have that done for then. So that is my first work in progress. That's the Pink Fizz sweater by Andrea Mowry. And then, because I felt like I needed something to work on that was mindless and like just easier, and I don't know, the sleeves were really getting to me. I use magic loop for the sleeves, and so it gets tedious after a while. So I started working on a sweater for Maddie, my youngest. This is, I'm following the pattern called Fantasyland by Sewrella. I've made a couple of these sweaters. They fit really nicely. They're super easy construction, top down. There's no short rows. I mean, I could have added them in, but the fit of the sweaters is really nice without them, so I don't. Yeah, it's just gonna be a plain top down yoke sweater. And I'm doing this in Barocco Vintage, which is their worsted weight. It's 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. I have discovered that I really need superwash wool if I'm gonna use it. Even that mohair, I'm a little worried. When I put it on, I got a little bit of a not a rash, but like redness here. So I'm really hoping that that mohair in my Pink Fizz does not give me trouble, or I'll be really sad. So I have just, you know, kind of decided that I am not a woolly wool kind of person. It doesn't work for my skin, and that's okay. So that's what I'm working on, is this one. And yeah, I mean, this will take no time at all. I'm doing it on huge needles, 5.5 millimeter needles. I'm using my Knit Pro bamboo needles. I think they're bamboo. They're like these. Anyway, they're interchangeables. I have a smaller one on my left needle, 4 mil, just because then it slides really nicely. and that will work up really quickly. I'm super excited, and it's hard to tell. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in this better, that it's heathered. Let's see. Anyway, it's a bit heathered. It's so pretty. It's so soft. It's easy to wear, easy to wash. So that's that. Okay, now on to the big part. Oh, I just got really sunny on my face. Okay, so I got a lot of stash acquisition over the last 3 weeks. So I went into Ravelry and into Inga from Knitting Traditions podcast. She has a Ravelry group where you can sign up, kind of like you can find someone to do a yarn exchange with. So I connected with a woman in Iceland, which I'm super excited about, and we shared some information about ourselves, and we decided that we would do a yarn exchange. And we've given ourselves until March 20th to get the packages in the mail. I told her that I needed time because I wanted to get Canadian products, but I didn't only want Canadian dyers. I love Canadian dyers, but I wanted Canadian wool or Canadian products. So I needed to have stuff shipped to me to where I live. So I got to go on a really awesome, I'm in a Facebook group for Canadian knitters. I think it's called Canada Knits. And I put a post in there asking people for their favorite Canadian yarn makers, dyers, and holy moly, I think there was over 100 comments. Like, people had so many that I had never heard of. So I went shopping and I found quite a few. So I ordered things for my knitting exchange partner, and I also ordered things for me to try because I was gonna be sad if I only got things for my friend. So first off, I'll show you the job that I have outside. Like, I have a second job and it's doing respite care. And the mom is an avid quilter and sewer, and she saw me one day with my with this bag. And, you know, I love this bag. I love the Marauders map. I love Harry Potter. And she's like, oh, that one's not super stable. And I said, no, but it works well. And then one day when I got to their house, she had made me a bag. So this bag is, well, first of all, it's so cute. How cute is that? Oh, I'm giving away the secret of it. It's got lots of cute little knit words on it and things. And then when you open it, it just pops open. It has wire in here to hold it open. So it's like got this flat bottom and then the wire holds it open. It's so awesome. I've asked her if she could make me a couple more that are bigger, longer, so that I can put bigger projects in. Because right now I can squish my pink fizz sweater in here, but I can't zip it up. It's like rolled into a tube, and because the balls of yarn aren't that big anymore, I can put it in here. But once I'm working with that Fantasyland sweater and it's bigger, because it's a bigger, thicker wool, it won't fit in here. So hopefully she can make me some more. So that was super cool that I got that. That was just a beautiful, happy surprise, which I love. So back to my Canadian yarn. Okay, so this I actually bought for myself before I had decided to do, what's it called? A yarn exchange. So this is just a label that I put on. This did not come with this handwritten, very boring label. They didn't have a label. They were in a little bag. I just did it so that when I organize my stuff, I know what it is. So this is it's a set called Salem, a minis set. and it's by a company called Skeenershine, and they are out of Ottawa, Ontario. Super cute. It's a merino nylon blend, but I can't remember the exact blend. Anyways, it's super beautiful. I bought it. The colors are really rich. It's gonna make a lovely fall shawl or something, so I'll probably work on that over the summer, so it will be ready for the fall. So that was my first one of the acquisitions I got. And then, okay, the next thing I got, a company that someone recommended in that Facebook post, was a company called Natural You, spelt E-U-W. How cute is that? So they naturally dye their yarns. They use natural dyes for their products. And so this one, this is called Maple. How cute is that? This is called Maple, and it is pure Canadian sheep wool, worsted weight. Maybe it's the maple base. It's called The Sounds of Silence. I couldn't figure out, I was like, that's not maple at all. The Sounds of Silence. And it is 110 grams, 200 meters worsted weight. Trying to get a good color. It's pretty accurate, the color that's showing up on the camera. So this little tag just says that some of the dye might, because it's using indigo dye, it might come off on your fingers when you're knitting with it. So this is going to go to Iceland, which is super cool. It's quite nice. It is toothy wool, right? It's 100% Canadian sheep wool, so it's toothy, but it actually feels pretty nice. It would make an excellent pair of mittens, or maybe a toque, you know, something really nice like that. So I saw that and I had to get it. And then I saw this, which is the Winter Gradient set, and it's 100% GOTS Merino Minis. So there's 6 of them, 20 grams each, 73 yards, and each of them tells you on their label what they were dyed with. So first of all, let's admire those beautiful colors. They're stunning. So for example, this one, it's called Sugar Plum. It is dyed with cochineal. I don't even know what that is. This one, which starts green on the top and then ends kind of with this beautiful pinkish purple on the bottom, is dyed with cochineal, indigo, and goldenrod. This tealish turquoisey blue is with indigo and weld. This blue is natural indigo. This blue is also natural indigo, so you can see, you know, the differences in, this was probably put in the indigo first, this might have gone in second, and then this gray one is sumac and iron. Like, how cool is that? So I'm going to keep all of these labels just because I think it's really awesome. So I'll keep a label with a little bit of the yarn taped to it so that I can remember and just admire how cute is their label. So these are for me. This will be going to Iceland. It's so beautiful. It's a really lovely color. So that's my first item for Iceland. Then quite a few people recommended this company, and it's called Shed Chetwynd Farms, and I have lots of stuff from them. So there's their little info card. Okay, so the cool thing about this, so you get all of this information, and I think I will put all of this information in the box when I send the box to Iceland, because it talks all about alpaca. So this is alpaca yarn from Chetwynd Farms, and Chetwynd Farms is in Ontario. It's in a place, it's called Prince Edward County, Ontario. And the cool, like my favorite part about this, you have to go check out their website, and I'll have all the links below. This yarn is called Earl Grey. I hope it's not backwards for you guys. And Earl Grey is the name of one of their alpacas. And so they have these little personality profiles on their website about their different alpacas and their yarn, their fiber. So if I remember correctly, that Earl Grey is a little bit grumpy. I really love it. So this is 80% alpaca and 20% merino. It's 200 yards and 135 grams, and they have written on here Lopi. So it's a very loosely plied, let's see if it will pick it up here. Loosely plied yarn. It's so soft. And what I didn't know is that alpaca yarn is hypoallergenic. So I'm really excited to try knitting with it. I mean, first of all, it's like a cloud on your skin. It's so soft. So I'm hopeful. Also, it smells like a farm, which I don't know that everyone loves, but I love it. I love it a lot. It smells so good. Look at their cute little alpaca. So I think I'm going to explore alpaca yarns more. And this company is Canadian, homegrown. Everything's right on their family farm. And in non-COVID times, you can tour their farm, which is really cool. Maybe next time I go to Ontario to visit family, I'll try to go there. So then I also got this one, which is called Twisted Charlie. There you go. So Charlie has both white and brown fibers on his fur. So this is 90% alpaca, 10% merino. It's 200 yards, 115 grams. They're saying it's worsted. I don't know. I would say it might be a very light worsted weight. I don't know, I'm not an expert on yarn weights. But anyways, so this one's going to Iceland. This guy, Charlie. And I'm going to print off, so I wish, that was the one thing I wish, that they had sent the profiles of the alpaca in the package. But I mean, it's also good that they're not just printing off masses of things. So I will print off Charlie's profile and put it in the package. Because I just think that's a really cute touch to have their profiles on the website. So that is Chetwynd Farms in Prince Edward County, Ontario. So that's going across the sea. Let me see. I have a few notes. Not really notes. I just collected cards so that I knew what I needed to talk about. Also, I keep all of everything I get, every little brochure and everything, I keep in this cute little pouch that I got. It's a Knitter's Pride pouch. I bought like their Mindful collection of stitch markers a while ago, and it came in this, but I don't keep my stitch markers in here. So it is the perfect size to store all of the information cards, and then I have them if I ever want them. So those are all of the things that I bought to send. I mean, I bought more, but it hasn't arrived yet. So she will be getting quite a few goodies. She'll also be getting some of the yarn from Yellow Point Farms. I'm going to take it and put it into like a half skein, each the gray and the white, and so she'll get both colors. And I'm also going to send her one of my Ravenswood Fiber Co. yarn. I'm going to send her the Ice Ice Baby. It's in a ball. I might put it in a skein. We'll see how it fits in my box. I'm going to send her that one because I think it's cool to also include like dyed yarn. Canadian yarn dyers, we have so many. And I'm going to send her an Olive Park yarn mini that I have that I'm gonna put in there as well. So those are some goodies. Also, I got some maple syrup because Canada, and I'll get some other goodies, you know, things like Smarties and ketchup chips, things that I think other countries don't have. So if you have suggestions, if you're Canadian or you've been to Canada and you loved one of the treats that you can't find anywhere else, please comment below, because I'm having a bit of a hard time finding or thinking of ideas of treats to send in the package. So that doesn't end my stash acquisition quite yet. I have one other acquisition two more actually, from a Canadian company, because then I was on a Canadian company kick, and I found this company called Camp Fiber Yarns. And they are from Sherwood Park, Alberta. And this is, let's see if it will pick it up. It is gorgeous. This is called Spring Crocus, and it's on her Plump 85 base in DK. Wait, 85% merino, 15% nylon, 225 meters per 100 grams. There were only 3 available and I bought them. So I think I'm going to do, I just saw one this morning and I think it was called Scotch Broom. It's kind of a lacy, short-sleeved, cropped t-shirt kind of. So I think I'm gonna do something like that. Like I was even thinking maybe a short-sleeved love note, something that I can, you know, I can use up 675 meters of yarn, 300 grams in a DK weight. So that's my plan with this. I had to buy it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think she just did a shop update like the other day, or maybe it's coming. Follow her on Instagram. You'll see. The color is super stunning. It looks exactly like the crocuses coming out of the ground right now. So that was super awesome. And then this is not a Canadian company, but I could not resist because of the color of this. Like, holy moly. So this company is called Onyx Fiber Arts. Come on, focus. And it is, I don't want to say her name wrong, but Adria Forby. I found her on Instagram. Okay, wait till like this color is just fabulous. It's called Felisa, and I got, oh, look at that. It's a little bit darker than what is showing up on the camera, a little richer. It's looking a little bit washed out. So I did get, I got 2 skeins of the kid mohair silk, and it's 459 yards for 50 grams. And I got 2 skeins of the sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards per 100 grams. So I didn't get very much. I bought what she had. I'm keeping my eye because this is a colorway that she puts back in her shop often. I don't know now though if I'm going to use mohair with it. I just worry after trying on my pink fizz and having a little bit of a rash. We'll see. I'm gonna wait to knit this up. I don't have a project idea for it, to be really honest. I bought it because Like, it was a knee-jerk reaction to this stunning color. And I'm not sad about it. It is so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I love, love, love it. So I might end up just using the sock. Anyways, I don't know, but it's sitting in my shelf and it is stunning. Okay. I'm getting there, guys. I promise. Okay. Another Canadian company. I'll show you her card first. It's super cute. Her name is Beth Bickle, and her company is Birds and Butterflies. Don't know why. Anyways, I'm not sure why it won't focus, but Birds and Butterflies. And she is from Winkler, Manitoba. I found her shop. I might have seen it on Instagram. Anyways, I bought this cute little set, guys. Okay, so whoop. It's her coffee set. So it came with a little project bag with a handle and snaps with coffee cups on it. And the inside is this like coffee colored swirlies. It came with the most luxurious organic superwash merino wool and 80% and 20% nylon. And it's been dyed with coffee. It's so awesome. So I don't know if you guys watch Cozy Up Knits, but you should. They're hilarious. I really, really enjoy watching them. They're 4 sisters and their mom often pops in. They showed this on their podcast the other day and they smelled it. One of the sisters went, and I had to comment because I did the exact same thing when I opened it. I was like, oh, it's dyed with coffee. It doesn't smell like coffee, guys. It's been rinsed. It smells good though, like yarn. So it's all of her yarn is dyed naturally, which I thought was awesome. Then it also, the little set included some little stitch markers and a progress keeper. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Anyways, and then wool wash. And the wool wash smells, oh, so good. My camera does not want to focus today. Anyways, wool wash with lanolin. And it just smells, it smells so good. It has coffee bean powder in it and cinnamon. It's so lovely. So that was such a great little set. I'm super happy with it. I think I'll probably make socks with that yarn because it's so, it's perfect sock yarn. That is amazing. And then we actually ordered these things. Okay, so just a little pause. It's raining now. It's very West Coast weather today. Whoops, I don't want those ones. So this was, I ordered these yarns prior to, these are some Barocco yarns that I had been working on a sweater for Emma, my oldest, in kind of a denim blue color. And that was with Cloudborn Highland Wool DK. But it was feeling really stiff and it wasn't giving me the shape for the sweater that I wanted. So I went on to Aberdeen Yarn Company's website, which is another Canadian company. I love buying stuff off of their website. It's super easy and the prices are great. And I ordered, they carry Barocco vintage, and I ordered a sweater quantity of this. Now the color, it's looking a little lighter than it actually is. It's a deeper, more of a blue. This is a bit more of a actual representation. So I bought a sweater's quantity of this to make, and it is worsted, 200 meters, 100 grams. And then this is the stuff I'm making. I don't know the color names. I can't remember. The number is 51184. This one I don't remember either, but this is the colorway that I'm making Maddie's sweater out of. And then Andrea Mowry released Olive and Lola. I'll put the proper name of it here just in case I'm wrong. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna let my dog out. Yeah, I think it's called Olive and Lola Grown Up, and it is a colorwork sweater, top down. It's the sample in the pattern is a gray with this really beautiful vibrant pink, and it has hearts all along the yoke. It's the same. She has a kid's version, and now she's done the adult version. I was like, yes, I need to make that. And so I went onto the Aberdeen Yarn Company website, and you know, it's hard to see pictures online, and I wanted a color called Smoke, and it was out of stock. And so I ordered this, and it's called Dove, but I had a feeling that it was going to be more taupe than gray, and it is. So with the pink, which the name I can't remember, it wasn't the look I was going for. And then when I decided to order Emma's blue sweater quantity, Smoke was back in. So that's the color combo. I don't know if you can really see a difference. It is pretty subtle, but this is definitely taupier. So I bought a sweater quantity of Smoke, and then 2, I probably won't even need 2, I'll probably only need 1, but I really love this color. 2 of the pink for the color work. So that's in my queue. I will do that at some point. I'm not in a huge rush to get it done, but it will get done. And that is all of my yarny acquisitions. So I have one more thing I wanted to do, and I saw this on another podcast, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking at the name. I'll put the podcast name here when I'll go back through my YouTube library and find it. And it was a woman who had decided she no longer wanted yarn, so she was offering it on her podcast, and she just asked that people paid for shipping. So I decided that I'm going to do that because I have some yarn that I really wanted to love, but I can't wear it. And I'm not going to keep it anymore. And I don't want to just donate it like to a thrift store and, you know, not know if the person who gets it is really going to love it and knit with it. So I thought I would put it here. If you know that you love woolly wool, toothy, scratchy wool, and you will use this yarn, you can send me a message on Instagram. I am Wandering Heart Knits, or on Ravelry at mywanderingheart, and we can work it out. So you'll have to pay shipping for it because, you know, well, that's all. I'm talking about my Holst garn, super soft. So I have come to the conclusion that I cannot tolerate really toothy wool. So I'm giving them away. You just have to pay shipping. My cones of Holst garn. So I used about 200 grams of the geranium and 200 grams of sugar snap in my sweater that I made. And I still have a full 500 grams left of graphite. If you think that you will use this and you will love it and you will be able to make beautiful knitwear for you or your loved ones, I would really love to connect with you because it's just sitting in my house, sadly not being used, and I really want it to be loved. So send me a message. It will kind of be first person who commits to it gets it. I'm not doing any kind of weird weighting or anything. If you want it, let me know and we'll figure out the details. So that was that. And then the other thing I really thought would be fun to do is to tell you some of the podcasts that I have been enjoying lately. So one of them is called Ruth Loves to Knit. She's so lovely. She started her podcast around the same time I did. I quite enjoy all of her knitting. She's very sweet to watch. It's calming and relaxing. You wouldn't know that she's new to podcasting, so you should go check her out. And then I've been really trying to watch lots of Canadian podcasts. So I talked about Cozy Up Knits. They're right up there in my favorite. I quite enjoy watching them every week. And then another one that I love is Big Little Knits, and she is in Ottawa, Ontario, or just outside of Ottawa, Ontario, and she makes absolutely stunning projects. Go check her out. It's just, her work is so beautiful. And that was it. This episode went longer than I thought it would, but I had lots to show you in stash acquisition. So yeah, I hope you are well. I hope you have a great week. I hope you get lots of knitting done. I plan to spend the rest of my day, now that it's raining, working on my pink fizz sweater to get it done. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.